the brand new segment of the Skewed and Reviewed video log based on some reader comments. What we're doing is we're breaking the logs down to not have all DVDs and all video games in one, because some people have said that they wanted more commentary, more feedback, greater look into the films and the games. And you know, unfortunately, with the limitations of web technology, YouTube, things like that, we could only have 10-minute segments. So what we decided to do is break the segments down. So if we have 10 minutes on DVDs, you get the full 10 minutes on DVDs, and we can talk about the films and go from there. Anyway, I want to talk about some games that are out right now, and right offhand we have the Xbox 360 and Wii version of Bully, the Scholorship Edition. This is quite a funny game. It is from the guys who made the Grand Theft Auto series Rockstar, and this is the story of a young man sent to a Bulworth Academy. And 15-year-old Jimmy Hopkins goes through all sorts of awkward things as he has to deal with bullies, the staff, he has to deal with the girls as he goes on various missions. Some of the humorous missions in there are making stink bombs. There's the bit where you have the slingshots and mascots. It's very well done because you have a full campus to explore, and it is rated teen, unlike a lot of the other games, so it is appropriate for teenagers. It's got a great sense of humor to it, and you do want to check that out. So it's available right now. They do have a PS2 version, but this one is the enhanced version for the Wii and the Xbox 360, which has new missions, new classes, new characters, mini games, new rewards, and that sort of thing. Another one you're going to want to check out, and this is a lot of fun, Donkey Kong Barrel Blast for the Wii. I first thought it would be just a jumping and shooting climbing game, but it's not. It's actually a high-end racing game, and you have Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, and all their friends, and of course use the remote control, the Wii controller, to accelerate, turn, decelerate, and you can do a lot of amazing things. You have all sorts of ways to bump and hinder your opponents, so you can play up to 4 players on this too, which is very good. And it is made by Nintendo, rated E for everyone, and I think it's a good precursor because I understand that there's a new version of Mario Kart coming for the Wii, and that was absolutely a lot of fun. So do recommend checking that out, especially if you have younger gamers. There's absolutely a lot of fun for them. Another good one for the Wii, and this one is fantastic, is Super Mario Galaxy, and this is, I think, for my money, probably the best title available for the Wii right now. It even has a co-star mode to it, where you can put in a second Wii remote and another player can jump in at any time to help you. It follows some of the standard Mario games that you go around and gather things to save the princess, but what this one has that makes things wonderful is that you have, the physics are completely off. You can completely go around a globe, you can go upside down, up walls, things like that, and graphically it's very solid. One of the things that I found was that I had to really turn my head a bit because I was actually getting disoriented trying to, you know, distinguish right from up, left from right, but it is very solid, and it is probably, without a doubt, one of the better games you'll ever find for children. So do check that out. It is Super Mario Galaxy, and you will have a fantastic time with that. The whole family will. Some other titles I wanted to mention was it is getting very close to baseball season. Opening day is 2 weeks from today, and Sony has placed MLB 08. You've got you've got Howard of the Philadelphia Phillies, the reigning home run champion, who is out on the cover of it. It has a PS2, PS3, and a PSP version of the game, and it's very solid. One of the things that I enjoyed with the PS3 version is that you are able to upload your own songs for it. So if you have a custom playlist, you can put your MP3 files in there. As a complete Major League Baseball roster, you have various modes such as career mode, where you can start off as a rookie and try to make it up. You have managerial modes. You have the full arenas. You have, one of the things that I liked is you can play in the minor league ballpark. So for example, the hometown Seattle Mariners, I could play them against their minor league affiliates in Tacoma. So I have the Tacoma Rainiers versus the Seattle Mariners. You could play day games, night games, and a lot of managerial stuff to it. Very complicated, but very easy to get in and play. Complication comes if you want to get to the higher level stuff like managering, pitch outs, changing, substitutions, that sort of thing. But if you want to just hit the button and play, quick play mode is available. It has an online mode so you can play against people. And as I said, available for the PS2, PSP, and PS3, and you definitely will want to check that out. Another new title for the PSP is Gods of War Chains of Olympus. Now, I've always been a fan of the PSP, but definitely prefer the console or PC games because I find sometimes the games are a little limited on the portables. Not the case with this one. It is very, very good. Lots of action. Definitely a mature rated game. Very violent, but incredible graphics, incredible mythological storyline to it, and it does have some just, hours and hours of play. You're not going to get tired of this one. So I do recommend checking it out. 4.5 stars out of 5. It's definitely one of the best games available for a portable system anywhere. And we're going to round out today with a couple of titles for portable systems. Advance War is available for the Nintendo dual screen, and I do recommend that. If you like anime tactical strategy games, that's there. And 2 games for the Wii that are definitely worth checking out. One of them is Fire Emblem, which is a action-adventure role-playing game, and enough said on that. It's a very good game, definitely for the younger gamers. But one of the more pleasant discoveries I had was one called The Endless Ocean. And this is a game that allows players using the Nintendo Wii remote to dive, find buried treasure, and explore the oceans. Now, unlike a lot of games, this isn't set up with timers and all these difficult things that makes it hard for younger players to grasp and interact with. This is a system that allows you to basically simulate what a diving experience would be. You're free to explore the oceans, the creatures, the treasures, the scenes, the locales, and it's a very relaxing thing, especially if you have a high-def television. You will want to check that out. There's some educational aspects to it without being over the top. Kids will think they're playing a game when truth is they're learning about oceanography. So that's it for now. Stay tuned, and we're going to have some new titles coming up soon. We're hopefully going to be talking about the new Command & Conquer 3 add-on, Wrath of Cain, and we're also going to be looking at Frontline Forces and some other new things. So do check that out, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for your time.